choosing a life partner. I'm sure you're all wondering, what does it take to find the ultimate life partner? So in today's podcast, Cece and I, we're going to cover some of the factors you can look into the potential person you get your eyes on, just so you can make sure that they are the life partner for you. So stay tuned.
Hey, Blissful friends, welcome back to another episode of the Blissology Podcast. I'm your host, Cece, and I'm joined by my hubby. What's up,
everybody?
babe?
This is Will, and welcome back to another episode of the Blissology Podcast. I am excited today.
I can tell.
As you can tell, I don't know, I'm probably on caffeine. No, I'm not. Anyway, so welcome back to the podcast. This is a weekly podcast where we talk about
love, life, family, relationships, and whatever is going to happen. Whatever else is going on, we're going to talk about. I'm going to say that. Let's just be clear. Let me just have my moment, okay?
She always says that, but yes, it is a podcast where we talk about relationship. Now, it's a weekly podcast, as I mentioned earlier. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and hit on that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out videos. This podcast gets published every Saturday morning. So we want you to come and watch
Yes,
us.
we do.
So before we get into the topic of the day, we like to get into what we call our blissful moments. So let's get into it.
Alrighty, blissful moment. Do I have one? Do you have one?
Do I have a blissful moment? Let's see. This week was eventful. It was tiring, but it was good. I found out I still have some skills.
Okay.
I've done everything that I could do in the office. All the work that all my employees could do, I found myself doing all of them, and I was great at them.
Awesome. Good.
So I still got skills, although it was tiring.
Of course, you still have skills.
So that was my blissful moment. It was a long week, and I'm glad to wrap it up. What's yours?
That's good. Mine has just been, the girls home with me during the summer. Summer is almost over. School's right around the corner. So we've been having a great time waking up in the morning. The girls been, during the summer, I kind of took this upon myself to teach the kids how to make breakfast and how to be a little bit more responsible. Right? That's important, especially when you are raising girls. So my daughters, they've been doing so well in the morning where I don't really have to take care of their breakfast. All they need to come and ask mommy, what should I have for breakfast? And I'm like, all right, you'll get waffles or sausages or some scrambled eggs. Of course, it can't be on the stove. We were doing that together. To crack the eggs, they did all the spices. They're learning and they're growing, and I feel so proud.
And I'm missing out on that because I'm usually not there when they're doing that stuff.
You're not, but you were there a couple weeks ago on a Saturday.
Yes.
When each one had their own little bowl, and they cracked their eggs, and they put their spices on, and they flipped the eggs, they make the scrambled eggs. It was so good. I
didn't get to taste it. Whether it tasted any good, I have no idea.
Of course it was good. I was there.
Maybe they got it from me.
Well,
I'm a good egg cooker.
Well, yes. Listen, we made so many different type of eggs. We made egg muffins.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good. And that's one
fluffy
thing. But it's good. You can have 2 of those and you're done. My plan is to make so many different kinds during the school year, like either ham and bacon or, spinach. And, I love them.
This woman's going nuts.
Good. I'm not.
See, my breakfast is boring. I get oatmeal every morning.
But we get oatmeal some morning, not every morning. But yeah, yours can get boring. But I do get you a very excited breakfast on the weekend.
Yeah, Saturdays I do look forward to because I typically get some very spicy and tasty egg.
Yes.
But during the week, it's oatmeal in a spoon of peanut butter.
Yeah, he be loading this oatmeal with so much of peanut butter. And I'm like, babe, it's just too much.
No, just one spoon.
Babe, sometimes you be putting too much peanut butter. It just be too much. I'm just saying.
And listen, it's not your oatmeal, it's mine.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's get into the topic of the day. So, choosing a life partner. I know this whole month we've been talking about partners. You know, whether it's what was the other one? The marriage material.
The perfect wife.
The perfect wife. Now it's the perfect partner, life partner.
Yes.
So in today's podcast, we're going to dive into the factors that would make someone a life partner.
That's right.
Yeah. Better than a perfect wife.
Listen, we're going to find out.
So, sometimes we wish that life came with a manual that says, hey, listen, when you go to, when you're looking for a life partner, you should have this. But both you and I and you know that there's no such thing. There is no manual.
You sure I had a manual for you though?
You did?
No, I didn't. Of course, there's no such thing as a manual.
I'm so good, I couldn't be in a manual.
No. Oh, you're such a complicated man. It's not even funny.
But yes, there is no manual. Obviously, when we go into this thing, so maybe many of us would kind of wing it. We kind of let our feeling kind of guide where we go. But yeah. I would guarantee you, there's a lot of people that actually find ways to find the right partner.
Listen, there's a lot of us are hoping and praying that he's the right one. You know what I mean? Hoping and praying. Like, when we were dating, I was hoping and praying that you're the right one because I didn't want to go through.
I was right from the get-go.
No, you never know. There could be hey, I have a kid. He's 12 years old somewhere in some country. You never know. Listen. You better not.
I never claimed them.
You better not. But yes, there's the hoping and praying that he's the right one. And there's the hoping and praying that she's the right one, right?
Yeah.
Imagine we get along so well and then you're like, down the road, we are not perfect for each other. Then
yeah, and let's face it. I mean, in life, there's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be willing to take some risks to find out if this person is really for you. Now, you do have to have a limit as to how much risk you want to take.
Hey.
If you take the risk where you find yourself, okay, now I have 5 babies, but you're not the right person, then that's...
Oh, my God, yes.
That risk is not worth it. But, so many of us, sometimes we take a leap of faith. The initial attraction kind of got us in, and then we let in, and before we know it, here we are.
Here we are, 18 years with 2 kids.
So to make the process a little simpler, we're going to go over some factors, some key things you can look for in someone just to make sure that you kind of have an idea, is this person going to be? Now, I know from the get-go, yes, you may think, hey, some people are good at faking stuff.
Listen,
I've known some people that go and converted to some religion when they have no intentions of staying in.
Well, this is what happened. When you after a girl, guy, you got to convert yourself into their religion, because this is why I'm a spiritual person. For me, the number one thing I want to say is you definitely got to be a God-fearing person. That's one of the most important factors to consider when choosing a life partner. Me, myself, and I, we need to know, what are we doing? Are you spiritual? Are you do you love Jesus? Do you love, do you go to church? What kind of church do you go to? Because we need to know before we get pretty deep into this thing, because imagine we got so far in and you're not a God person. You don't believe in God. You're not a religion person, right?
Yeah.
You're like, it is what it is. I go if I have to go, but I don't really like going. Then we will have a problem.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, being religious is important. Obviously, we were brought in families where, from when we were babies up until now, we've always been exposed to religion.
Can you imagine if you were not a God-fearing person? Because I think my mom would definitely have a hard time with you. If
she probably would have bugged me so much, she would have either converted me into her religion or she would have driven me away. Something would have happened.
I think it's more like convert you into our religion.
Because this woman, she'll just tell you. I'm sure if I wasn't, and she'll like, you don't you ever go to church? Today you're coming with me.
Yes.
And you'll be hearing that every day.
Every day.
You get to the point where you'll be like, okay, it's either I'm going to go
or I don't
show up at your house anymore.
Or I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Yeah.
See me, religion's important, but family is also important.
So that's your next point.
Yes, I think seeing how this person live and interact with their family could be a good indicator as to, is this person really family oriented? Because when you're talking about you want to be with someone for life, you want someone that you not only you can deal with, but you can deal with their family, and they can deal with your family, and their family can deal with yours. Because we all become a big family the moment that we said we in this for life.
Sure. So you're gonna do a background check?
Not so much a background check. I'll do a lot of observations. When I'm with you, you're with your family, kind of see, what type of interactions you have.
Right.
And if you're someone who's always bickering about your family, you can't stand your family, you want to run away from them the moment you get a chance to, this is when I say, maybe we're going to take a small break. And then I disappear.
It never showed up.
But it's important to look at family, because family, listen, in this life, family is so important. And sometimes it crushes me seeing people don't get along well with family. And listen, no family is perfect.
Yeah.
No family is perfect. There's always some of us that have issues. I have my own issues. You have your own issues. There's issues, but we're still family, which means we're going to find ways to live with each other. And when I'm getting with someone, I want to see, okay, how good are you with your family? If you have issues with your family, you just will not put yourself in a position to resolve those issues.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if it's someone in my family?
Right. If you have issues with your siblings where you guys never get along, there's always something bickering, you disrespect your parents, you don't respect your mom or your dad, then I'm going to be like, if you're disrespecting your mom and your dad, then why would I get myself involved in this? Because imagine if you were like a guy who don't respect your mom and you going to become my husband, then I'm going to feel like whatever you did to your mom, you're going to do the same thing to me. You're going to be very disrespectful.
Oh, yes.
And then I will be like, either you change or we're going to change this situation here.
Listen, there are people, when they're like this, you probably can't change them. You just have to change your environment, which means move as far away as you can from this person.
You just got to go. It's like, check, next.
Yeah. In addition to family, I like to know that I can rely on someone.
Yes.
If you're going to be with someone for life, there will be moments when you need this person to pick you up.
I agree.
When you need this person to take you from that wrong course that you're going, to say, hey, baby, listen, let's get back to where we need to be. You need someone that you can rely on for emotional support, physical support, and sometimes financial support.
Yeah, I agree.
This life is nuts. Craziness happen.
This life is nut. Rent is rent is so expensive.
And listen, we're living in a time right now where when you're dual income household is important, because everything is expensive.
Okay. Everything is going up except for the wages, except for what the people are paying the people that works for the people, right?
And not just that, think of the anxiety that's growing in families. So which means emotionally and mentally, many people needs that support.
Yeah.
So we're living at a time, especially at a time like this, where people really need the spousal, the partner support.
Yeah.
Financially, emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
I need that. She's been dragging me to the garage to work out.
Yes, I have been. We've been. Since last week, we decided there's no going back.
And she wants proof because she doesn't trust
me. Like the days I do trust you. I trust you, my husband. I do trust you, but the days that we don't work out together, I want to see that, hey, here's a picture that has a day.
I'm required to take a picture and submit it so she can see that I work out.
Same thing goes for me. Because there are certain days where we don't work out. Where I'm home, I work out in the morning and you do it at night. There's days where we work out together. Those we don't need proof because we are together. But the mornings or the nights, because we are taking off 2 days where we don't work together during the week. So those 2 days, we need to have proof of each other.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need proof for me because the kids can already tell you. The kids can be like, Mommy did not work out, or Mommy was in the garage working out. Yeah. But I need to see proof. Yes.
See? But support like this is important. Obviously, if she knows I have a bad habit, I would start that like a 2, 3, sometimes even a full strong month. And then
my husband is one of those people, consistency is an issue with this man, okay? He's good, but he's
at least I'm mature.
Yes. We need to check that. Maturity is so important.
I am mature. And when you're choosing someone to be with for life.
Maturity does not have to do with age, right? Because you could be 50, 40 years old.
I didn't say I'm old. I said I'm mature.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But maturity is important. And yes, you're right. Age has nothing to do with maturity. However, the older we get, we tend to be more mature.
Yes.
But man, I've run into people that are just as old as you know what, and they're just not mature one bit. But it's good to be with someone who's mature, because you can have more grown conversation with this person. This person will be at a place where they can understand things a lot better.
Yes.
So intellectually, you can meet at that level.
Yeah, so, I agree.
So it's good to have that maturity there. And you'll find there's a lot of decisions you make in a relationship. If maturity is not in there, one will not understand why that decision even makes sense.
Yes, I agree.
So look for maturity.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, someone has to mature physically, emotionally, and spiritually, right? That's important. And we need to make sure that you kind of know some stuff too.
Well, you have to. I mean, with maturity comes knowledge. And one thing where it is so important to be mature in a relationship is to be able to handle issues. Because issues happen, and when you're not mature, the first thing you want to do is call that friend who's even less mature than you are and take their advice. No, if you're mature, you can sit in and handle the issues within your relationship and not bring that immature friend or immature whoever in.
Well, that person doesn't have to be immature. It could be like not bring a third party.
Well,
period.
Yes. And listen, I figured it makes more sense to say they're immature because there's third party you can bring in. You could be having issues. You bring a priest, someone who's at a level who can advise, or maybe your therapist. But sometimes people choose to take advice from the wrong person.
Listen, I think when you handle your issues with your man or your girl, I think you should be able to handle it together. Now, if you feel like nothing is really working, then it's okay to bring like a parents who have good understand.
I don't know. Parents are great.
But they're big size.
But there's certain things, parents are usually sometimes emotionally involved. Mm-hmm. And some parents, they never see their kids as being anything but good or saint. So if it's their kids that's at fault.
Yeah, we don't do that. If we have our issues going on, we just resolve it.
If I take an issue to your mom, she will whoop you.
No, she will not.
And then take you back to me and says whoop.
Here's the thing with my mom. If we take an issue to my mom, she will take your side, which is wrong. Like we had this issue in the past, but which is like so wrong.
Yeah, my parents would be like, "Hey, listen, you're a grown man. Go fix that with your woman."
And I don't see you bring anything to your parents up anyway.
Listen, we at the stage where we're fortunate enough to understand what it means to be with each other, and obviously our maturity levels probably. Well, I think it is where it needs to be, maybe even further than it needs to be. Where if we run into issues, we can sit down and obviously we keep an open line of communication.
Right.
And listen, something I may not like to hear something, but Sissy knows that if it's something that needs to be heard, she's gonna tell me. She may not like to hear something, but if something that she needs to be aware of, we're gonna sit and she's gonna hear it from me.
Yes.
And we're at that level because we understand that. Hey, listen, we all have feelings, and there's certain times there's certain things we don't want to hear, or maybe we want to be given, we want to be thought as being right, but we are wrong. And believe me, I have been wrong so many times.
Yeah.
And she has been wrong.
Of
too.
course.
Although she'd like to think that I'm more wrong than she is.
Of course.
But we all have been. But one thing that comes with maturity is being able to look at yourself and understand that, yes, I screwed up. Mm-hmm. But also being able to say, you know what? Baby, you screwed up and you did this that way. It should not have been done this way. And this is why it's wrong.
Yes.
And you having the ability to say, you know what? I understand. I see what you meant. Let's not do it this way.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't usually happen this way.
Of course not.
But you have to have the strength to have that conversation.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And it's important. And I think that's called a good character.
Well, character is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
As much as we want a kid, we need to know when we need to be serious. And we need to know that our words are important. So only say what you mean.
Hey.
Don't ever let yourself get caught up in the moment to either lie about something, fabricate something, or lie about someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't lie to me because I have, I do believe that I have
A lie detector or something.
I do. Because I'm one of those people where if your energy is not matching my energy, I can already tell that something's wrong with that person, or it could be me. Because I do not welcome any vibes around me.
So you're selective on the vibes you accept?
Well, we have to.
So when you're
that doesn't mean that I don't like this person. I just keep my distance. That's all.
So when you're picking someone, if you like her and the vibe is not matching, that's a sign that you should move forward. Yes. But character is important because character defines us.
Yes.
Being true to ourselves and being true to others. That's one of the key things in characters that I realize. Is that
yes.
I have to know me and have to do my best to learn you. And if I know me, I know what I'm capable of, I know what I could do, I know what's right and what's not according to my views, and I will not have any issues letting you know what they are. Mm-hmm. Because I would fight for them because I truly believe in them. Right. However, I understand that learning someone else, meaning that they may have a different views, but just because their views are different, that doesn't mean they are my enemy.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's important because, especially if you're going to be living with someone for the rest of your life, as much as you love each other, as much as you appreciate being with each other, you are different.
Yeah,
which means you're going to have different views. Your character strength would be different. Mm-hmm. You have to learn to understand who you are with and how to live with this person.
Yes, I definitely agree. And I truly feel like another factor to consider also is you gotta be able to forgive.
That's a big one. Forgive at all costs, right?
Yeah.
Forgive anything.
I said forgive does not mean forget. Okay?
But being able to forgive anything.
I forgive you. But doesn't mean I'm gonna forget it. These two are two different things.
Now here's the thing when it comes to forgive. Some people think forgive is just saying, I forgive you. But every other week I'm hearing about what happened. No. If you're saying you forgive, you're willing to put that away. Not keep reminding this. You remember what you did? You know, we're having a little argument and before you know it, that came up. Remember that time? No. If you forgive, you forgive. Yes. You don't be an idiot and be naive and let this person just keep doing the same thing that they did and keep forgiving. Mm-hmm. No. But if you say forgive someone, really forgive them.
Well, yes. Like I said earlier, I'm one of those people where I'm going to forgive you, but doesn't mean I'm going to forget. You know what they say, you got to forgive and forget. It's not truly true.
Well, you have to be able to kick that to the side and let it be.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
I forgive you for what you did, but doesn't mean it's going to erase from my memory. It's still going to be there. Well, right. And I understand we make mistakes. Things happen in life. Yeah. You know, we learn from it and then you move on. I forgive you. However, I'm going to, still remember what you did.
And it's okay to remember, and I don't think it's fair to you to say, hey, forget everything that happened. What I'm saying is don't use what happened as leverage to give you the upper hand when you need to get something your way.
I agree.
Right? It happens. Listen, if you've done something to me, I'm not going to forget it. But I'm not going to use that against you whenever I get a chance to. No.
I understand. Yeah.
So, but learn to forgive because forgiveness is important. Because if you're going to be with someone for the rest of your life, a life partner, there will be things that they will not do right.
Yeah, we're human. We make mistakes. Yes. Yeah, we're not perfect.
It's a guarantee that one of us will screw something. Sometimes the same thing, we may screw it up more than once. But we need to be able to forgive. Because if we don't forgive, we start holding grudges. And when we hold grudges, there's no way we can love someone that we have a grudge against.
Yeah, and I understand, we're not all brought up the same way, right? Which definitely means that makes us different, makes us to have different opinions, right? So I understand that, you got to be able to find that partner and be able to find a way to learn their way. Mm-hmm. And of course, like you said, there's no grudges. Have I held any grudges?
Yes, you have. You have. Now, granted, that was early in the relationship. She didn't know any better. After I've taught her.
I matured, baby. I matured. That's all it is. That's all it is. The level of maturity wasn't there, and I understand that. I get it. And now I'm grown. I've learned to do better, and I've been doing better. And I, like you said, forgive means let it go. And that's what happened.
Yes, she's learned to forgive, not yet forget. But anyway, so it's important because that allows you to be able to move beyond things or move past things that may have happened and continue moving forward.
Yes, agree. Y'all, listen, the next thing, we want to touch on is, listen, you got to choose someone who likes you, who loves you. Right, babe?
Yes. You got to learn to tolerate this person.
You got to learn how to, listen, this man over here.
I'm good. I am good. I'm better than good.
Okay.
You haven't even invented a word for me yet. But you got to learn to tolerate because we all come with our little baggages and little habits and behaviors, little things that we've built on.
Yes.
For years and years.
Yes. Yes. And I think this is why you need to have this friendship first. Friendship is definitely something that you need to build before you actually get with this person, which is somewhat what we did. And I know everyone is different, but I think that's a way of building. When we built the friendship, then I start liking you, then you like me, then we grown into love, and then we grow into something else.
Yeah, we did hung out for a while. See, here's what had happened. We hung out for a while. She was liking me the whole time.
Where you going with this, Ivy? He be lying, y'all. He's lying, okay? My husband will lie with a straight face. And he'll laugh at it too, just to make sure. He be lying.
Anyway, but friendship is important because when you're friends with someone, when you've learned to tolerate them, it goes beyond the physical attraction. Because our friends, we're not physically attracted to them. It's just personalities that are matching.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things in common.
Right.
Your friend could be butt ugly, but you're still a good friend with them. Right? So if you could learn to be friend with this person, you learn not to use the physical attraction to get you together. It's more than that.
Yeah.
So if you become, in love with your friend, you're golden.
True.
Now, some people are meant to be in the friend zone forever.
Okay, so. I was just about to say that. Or you're going to be in the friend zone.
Yeah. But get someone who likes you. And liking don't happen overnight. I've heard people say, someone they see for the first time, the person just happened to look good. I'm like, man, I like this person. No. For you to say this about someone, you got to really know who they are. Let alone,
inside out.
Yes, let them love them. Now, if you're with someone you like and obviously you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, you love this person, you've grown to really, really, really appreciate and tolerate this person.
Yeah.
You're golden.
Yeah.
Now, that person needs to work hard as well. They can't be a lazy person.
Hello.
I can like you, but you're lazy. If you're lazy,
nobody wants a lazy partner. Okay, let me just put it this way: the good thing for this couple here, we're both Capricorn, we're both workaholic, because we constantly thinking about work.
Well, I'm not a workaholic.
We are, because you be coming home and and then you on the computer until midnight. We are not lazy here, and I'm glad that God put us together because y'all, we both like very driven. And
listen, to be honest, I don't think working hard was one of the things that I looked for before I decided on you. She used to like to sleep. She still does.
Ever since I was a baby.
She'll take daily midday naps and all that. Now she can't stand midday nap, but she used to take these things.
I'm never taking midday naps. No.
Listen, if you're in bed, you're not up until noon.
Oh no, not here, baby.
That's considered. I mean, you haven't done that anymore, but you used to do that.
When?
When you had your parents.
That's different. I'm my parents. I have nothing else to do. So, go to school, go to work, and then that's it.
But yes, I mean, yes, actually, you were working. At one point, I think you had 2 jobs.
Yes, I had 3 jobs.
Yeah, so
2 jobs and going to school.
I guess I wasn't looking for hardworking, but it was happening.
You married to someone who's like a workaholic. So figuring life.
Listen, and I'm not saying look for someone who's a workaholic, because that has some negative drawbacks. Now, we just happens to be good with each other, and we don't have any issues with it. I could be up at 2:00 in the morning, and she's good with it, and
I'm up at 2.
She'll probably try to stay and keep me company, but she's like half awake and half asleep.
Yo, I love listen. I'm gonna stay up late at night, but I'm gonna stay up late in the morning until 9 o'clock.
Last weekend, someone gave me a hard time.
To stay in bed.
No, she wanted me to stay up. Watching a movie with her.
Yes.
We tried.
Like, you can never get this man to stay up.
We tried 2 days in a row. It didn't work.
Yes. It's you. You're the problem.
See?
Y'all, he wasn't tired. He was on vacation. Okay? You can't tell me a week after you come back from vacation that you're tired. You can't be tired. You can't be tired. We wanted to watch all 3 of the was it that
Guardian
movie?
of the Galaxy movie?
Yes. We watched the first one. He was falling asleep. The second one, he was out. We didn't even get to watch a third one. And then on Sunday, I'm like, okay, we're going to start early.
In my defense,
okay, baby.
I work hard. And I worked so hard, I could not find the energy to stay up late.
You don't do well. That's not true, y'all. Don't let them fool you. You don't do well with watching TV without falling asleep. And every Friday night, we have movie nights with the girls. We've been having this for the last 10 years, if not.
I have problems. If I sit around, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you do have problem. You have problem. You go to my parents.
If my body's at rest, it wants to go sleep all out. Which means I will nap. So yes, if I sit around, I'm not doing anything.
But a movie.
Listen, when you're watching a movie, I'm not talking.
It's an action movie. It's not one of those African movies that you'll be falling asleep.
Anyway, let's get back to hard working. No. I work hard and I get tired. so that makes it tough. And we're not talking about like 11 o'clock. She wanted me to stay up like 1, 2 o'clock to finish watching those movies.
And
anyway, I work hard. And I get tired.
But here's the thing. It's on the weekend, on Saturday. We don't watch TV during the week.
I still work hard on Saturday.
On Friday night, you don't have to wake up early and the next day.
Yes, I do.
No, it's an option. It's up to you.
I always wake up early on Saturday.
Since I'm like, babe, you're not going to work. Stay until 8 o'clock. Stay until 9.
My body will not let me stay in bed until 8.
But I want to be able to watch a movie with you. Like, we can't even watch 2 movies together. Y'all, I'm just telling you, this man, 9 o'clock is out.
See, she needs to respect my sleep.
I'm going to make the girls stay up late with me now watching movies.
She needs to learn to respect my sleep. When my sleep comes.
Your sleep comes whenever you're not. You at your parents. You sitting on the sofa. We talking. You out. We are my parents.
It's not just me.
We are.
That's what we do. So when we do with my parents.
At my parents when we go to my parents. You sitting on the sofa. You out, and I'm like, babes, wake up. I can't stand when he does that. Whether if it's at his parents or my parents or here, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right, baby. It does not seem right.
I'm going to try
something else. But I get it.
I will not sit when I go places. I'm just going to stand. I go to my parents, I'm going to spend the whole time standing.
But you don't do it when you go to your brothers. You don't do it when we go to my brothers.
Well, I don't go to my brother that often.
Yeah,
but I bet you if I go there as often as I go to your
brother be too loud for you to fall asleep.
Well, see,
because y'all always be talking.
When I go to my brothers, we find conversation now where we'll talk. And yes, if I'm talking, I'm engaged into something. Yes.
We be talking and he still fall asleep.
But if the conversation is kind of like
dry,
not just dry, I don't take part in conversation that talks about people.
Yes, you do.
And no, I don't.
But you would. But sometimes you be want to know the tea. Like you like, babe, what's the tea?
Yeah,
what are they talking about?
It's good to have information, but I'm not gonna pass my opinion or.
Yeah, I know you like to say neutral.
And if I'm just there listening, yes, I'm bound to fall asleep because I'm not doing anything, just listening. But anyway, it's good to be hardworking, and she needs to respect my time and. She needs to respect my sleep. When the sleep comes, just let me be. Because she keep nudging me. Like, jeez. Listen, I'm like, really? Why can't you just let me be?
Because you said, I'm like, baby, you said you were going to stay up to watch all 3 movies. The first one, why are you already out? This happened last week, literally last weekend. I'm like, you said you're going to watch all three of the
Guardian of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, the first one you were like,
I watched the whole first one. I didn't fall asleep.
I don't know. No, you didn't, because I was watching you watching the movie.
Anyway, that's the side effect of working hard. You get tired. And that happens to me.
But I work hard. I be falling asleep sometimes, so I'm okay. But this is why, we respect each other. We have our mutual respect, right, for each other. There should always be.
I don't think you really respect me when I go to sleep. You just completely violate that.
Yeah, don't listen to him. I truly feel like the next thing you should really have is to have a mutual respect between you two. We have that, babe. We do have that.
Understanding.
We do have that. We do have that mutual
respect. We have that. The only problem I have, she just don't quite understand that I can be tired and falling asleep.
I understand you're tired. And sometimes I'm like, baby, if you're tired, go take a nap.
Yeah, she said that before.
I say that. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with you taking an hour nap. It just
can't be in the middle of the day.
It just can't be on the couch.
Mutual respect is important. You got to learn to respect the person, respect the character, treat them right, because at the end of the day, if it's someone you love and someone you plan on spending the rest of your life with, you got to treat them well.
Yes.
You got to respect them.
Respect their decisions, their dreams, their goals. That's important, because we're all different. I'm very driven. I like to explore different things. And my husband sometimes can be somewhat of the reserved side. And I respect that.
Well, I'm conservative. I'm risk adverse.
I am very conservative too, but I'm like, let's go wild. Let's explore.
Yes. We all like, we can't all be like crazy risk takers.
We can't all be
before we know we'll burn down the house. No, someone has to be a bit on the conservative side to say, hey, put the brake on a little bit. Let's look at some options.
Yes.
Right?
What's that zebra from Madagascar?
His name?
We can't all be like him, want to go wild in the wild. We got to be like Melman sometimes. One of us needs to be Melman.
No, Melman was too mellow. If you guys have watched Madagascar, we have kids. We've seen all of them over and over. We even know the character's name. But yes, I mean...
Marty.
Yes, so respect each other.
Yes.
We all have dreams. We all have things that we want to do. We have places we want to be. Mm-hmm. Don't crush your partner's dream because you don't think it's important. If it's important to them, it's important to you. Don't belittle your partner. Don't talk bad about your partner. Mm-hmm. Something I hate is hearing someone talking bad about their spouse with someone else.
Right. Oh, yes.
Listen. If you're having issues, fix your issues. Mm-hmm. If you get to the point where you can no longer be with each other, then call it off. But don't be with the person you have every intention on staying with this person, and you're bad-mouthing them with someone else. Mm-hmm. You're laying out all their faults.
Yeah.
Yeah, so respect your partner.
I agree.
So when we really look at what makes someone a life partner, it takes a number of things, right?
Yes. A lot of things.
But rightfully so, it should. Because when you're looking to spend the rest of your life with someone, you should look at stuff. And some things you'll see right away. Others it'll take dating. And sometimes it'll take living with this person to see them.
I agree.
And some of those, you pray to God that they're there. And if they're not, you kind of find them. No, hey, listen, there's no such thing as a perfect person.
Right.
And I think we've said that over the last 3 podcasts. You'll run into people that has some and may not have the other one. You'll find someone that may have some and they're working on making it better.
Right.
Like if you take family relationship, and listen, we all may have run into issues with our families. There's always one person in the family that may be off. And that person could be in the process of, building that bond back with that family member or being reintroduced into their family. Mm-hmm. So understand that things sometimes are work in progress.
Yeah.
And if they are, that doesn't mean they're bad. It just mean that they're not where they need to be. We all have things that we listen, I have a number of things I'm trying to get to the right place right now, and I pray that I get to them while I'm still alive.
You will get there.
But as you look for that partner, by all means, those factors we've covered, and I'm sure there are many more. And if you have some that you think that's important and we should have touched on, by all means, put them in the comments, because we'd like to hear what they are. And it takes a lot of effort.
A full-time job.
To look into the things that make someone a life partner.
Yes, it is a full-time job.
It is a full-time job, and we have to put ourselves in a position to really, really look, understand, and allow the other person to learn us as well.
Right.
Because just like we're looking for a life partner, the other person is looking for a life partner. A lot of times it's very easy to see the things we need in someone, but we don't see the things that we're providing to someone.
Right.
It's important that we do that. And if you can provide the things that you're looking for, whoever you're looking for, whoever that person is that you may have gotten your eyes on that may have the things that you want, and you giving those things back to this person, you guys will match.
Yeah.
And if you don't, that's too bad. Just move on to the next person.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
So, guys, we appreciate you listening to our podcast on choosing a life partner. If you are out there doing that, I wish you the best of luck.
Yes.
Hopefully the things that with the factors we've covered in this podcast give you some insight or some things you can look for. And hopefully the community would share some more. Maybe you'll find some other ones that you can add to it. But either way, I hope you find the person that you're looking for to spend the rest of your life with, because believe me, as we get older, it gets lonely. And it's important to have someone with you and have a few kids to keep you company as well. So, hey, listen, guys. So, everybody, thank you so much for watching the podcast on choosing a life partner. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe, and hit on the notification bell so we can notify you when new videos come out. Until then, just stay on course. Keep searching. Your person is out there.
That's right.
So, see you next Saturday.
Bye.